Hello. Oh, wait. I was gonna say welcome back to the Babble podcast, but I realized
Yeah,
that's
it's
not what
not welcome back.
that's not what it is anymore. Welcome to
We're
the
rebranding.
we're rebranding, bigger, better, faster. Not fast. I got it fat, so not as fast. No,
We have a crying baby here.
we are the
Not
Babble
here.
Bros, not a podcast, but PlayCast. What's a
Yeah.
PlayCast? It's something dumb that I came up with at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, just like the podcast.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, you're right. That's how we started the podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
So I guess it's weird to say this because this is going up on YouTube. Hopefully I don't have any
Hopefully.
issues throwing it up on YouTube. But this is gonna go up on YouTube. However, not a lot of people know like who we are, and only 80 people listen. I'm pretty sure like a good portion of it was my family. But for people who don't know, we had a podcast under the same name on Wooshka and Spotify, and we had a bunch of episodes up there. However, the coronavirus hit halfway through our semester last time when we were recording, so we ended up having to stop doing it, and we couldn't finish the last episode, which was supposed to be about bad movie animes.
Oh yeah, we actually had to watch a bad movie.
Yeah, we did bad movie video games
Uh, yeah, bad video game movies.
and then bad video game comics. So
Yes.
essentially, the idea was to try to record again, but since we can't really go on the campus, which I don't mind, we're usually here stuck at home, which is
Yeah.
no different from how we usually spend our lives, which is kind of depressing when you think
No.
about it.
Oh, don't. Shut up.
So I do apologize for the audio. We are recording through Discord, and this is my first time actually trying to get this working.
Yeah, like an actual recording.
Yeah, so for Robert is actually being recorded through Discord. I'm doing it through OBS, and that's how we have some of the gameplay recorded because I feel, I mean, you might as well have something to look at. And me and Robert's faces are not that pleasing to look at. Not to mention we're both
Yeah.
introverts and don't like people looking at us.
Yeah.
So there's that. But another problem, we did have a previous podcast. Now we have this going on to YouTube. So, and for anybody interested in the game is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. No, JoJo Kimi no Bogen, Eyes of Heaven. All right. Also, Robert, I need you to sit closer to the mic if you can.
Close to the mic as possible.
All right. Or speak smoothly.
I'm speaking as smooth as possible.
Yeah, like how you can do it right there. So we do apologize for some of the audio in the background. Some of it's stuff that we had that is out of our control. We are
Yeah,
actually
at the moment at least.
we are actually recording
At last.
almost close to midnight in Texas, and it's very very hot.
Oh, it's stupid hot.
So hopefully we'll try to get a better like thing going on. If you hear cars passing, I do apologize. I don't really have anything to muffle any of the walls and everything. Just that's how my house is built. So hopefully, in the future we have a better thing going on. But however, the purpose of the podcast,
Soundproofing or something.
yeah, the purpose of the podcast was to create an environment where nerds can be nerds. And I know that's not original. However, there has been some toxicity that's been going around. We talked about it a lot, and we'll probably touch upon it when we do the rest of the episodes. We do have a bunch of episodes that I've been writing down that I've been wanting to do. So
Yeah.
once we do that, or once we get to those episodes, we'll touch on there. But basic understanding is that we want to create a not a safe space. Now I know everyone is like, "Oh, you're snowflakes because you can't handle real life." That's not entirely true. However, we're not saying it's okay to go full steam ahead 100% through life every single day. You're gonna need to take a rest. Even the hardest working man has to take a nap every so often, and you have to rest. So consider us a place to relax, to take a load off. It's not a safe space, however, it's a comfortable place for you to rest, to press. I almost said decompose. I don't know why.
Yeah. You have a tendency to almost say decompose.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
That's sorry. And so I want this to be that place. I want the Battle Roll, playcasts and the Battle Rolls Let's Plays that we eventually try to do. I'll touch upon in a little bit to be an area where people can relax to take a break. You don't have to go chug it on to like 100% full steam. You're allowed to take some breaks, and that's how I want the podcast to be, and or the playcast to be, and the episodes to be. I want this to be a safe space of some sort where it's okay to relax. It's okay to take your shoes off and just spend the next 30 minutes blankly looking at a screen, listening to us or watching whatever it is we're doing. Which is why I have gameplay going. I was just gonna try to see if we can get a still image, but
But I mean, that's not as interesting.
yeah, and plus we have the option to use videos, so I figured why not play a few of our favorite games.
Yeah.
So I figured that would be better than anything at all. So we do eventually plan on playing Let's Plays as soon as I can get a capture card.
Which might take a while, but we'll get there
Yeah.
eventually.
Well, it might take a few weeks, but hopefully we can have it done by at least October or
Yeah.
so. And we're not gonna be playing anything too crazy, not anything of the latest games. We'll probably try to play like complete series or obscure series. Like we do want to run through the Yakuza series now that Bakamatai has been made
I
into a
mean,
meme.
that meme has been, yeah, it's beaten to death at the moment.
All right, and for everybody listening to us, the song is called Bakamatai. Not Dame Dame. That's just half of this. That's part of the song. It's called Bakamatai. You can see it in Yakuza 0, which I fully recommend. That's canonically that's the first game in the series that I Yeah, that I would recommend. And you can get all the games on PS4
Yeah.
as of right now. I have all the games on PS4, and the more recent one's coming out in November. It's a spin-off called Yakuza Like a Dragon. There are a couple other games as well that are like spin-offs. Yakuza takes it Like a Dragon takes place in the same universe. You'll see a bunch of other recurring characters. There's also Judgment, which takes place in Kamurocho with the Tojo clan. Just it doesn't have the people
Sorry, yeah.
It doesn't have the same.
It doesn't have the. Yeah, it doesn't have like reoccurring characters or anything, but it has like the same organizations that you'd see in like main story.
Yeah, and it plays still just well. And also Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise is made by the same studio who did the Yakuza series, and the Japanese voice actor for Kenshiro is also the same voice actor who voices Kiryu, who is most of the time the main character for the Yakuza series. And I say that because there are some games where you play as different people who have multiple protagonists. So, which I was showing off today to Robert. I was showing him Yakuza 4. So, I do apologize if sometimes Robert's mic cuts out. We're not under the best conditions at the moment, Wi-Fi wise.
Well, I mean, in any capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate, but if some bad audio is the price to pay for our safety, then it's fine. So it's better than having to go all the way to the campus, because we usually did this stuff on campus. So
Yeah.
there was that. But in any case, that's essentially what the podcast is gonna be. We're essentially gonna find topics to talk about relating to gaming, anime, blah blah blah. Your nerd podcasts and whatnot and so forth. But without the toxicity and without all the gatekeeping, which at some point Robert's gonna want to rant about.
Yeah, hopefully not too far from now because I might end up like losing the steam for it.
Well, I mean, we can do it now. We can actually use it as a point to.
No,
Well, we can. We can point it out on the problems and people that are not
But I'm not-
familiar with it.
but I'm not ready. No.
My dissertation, no. My notes. I had
Yeah.
I had a 6 slide PowerPoint leading up to my presentation.
Yeah, that whole thing going on.
Sorry, I got a bit of baby rage because I'm looking at the gameplay right now where you beat me with
Oh,
Iggy and
yeah, that was dumb luck. It's fine.
is it Pet Shop or Animal Shop? It's
Uh,
Pet Shop, right? That's
Pet
the
Shop in canon, Animal Shop in the game.
okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this game is again JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Eyes of Heaven, or JoJo Kimui no Boken, Eyes of Heaven. I believe it's on PS4. I don't know if it's on Xbox.
So I think it's just on PlayStation.
Yes, it's a PSN game, so I highly recommend picking it up. However, if you do pick it up, it's super spoily and
Yeah.
stuff. However, this game actually was able to. So some of these characters that you're seeing, this game came out way before the anime for Golden Wind or Eventual Aurora. This game came out before that because all the original JoJo mangas have come out way before the game, way before we even got popular. So it actually holds up. There's no adding DLC characters, nothing, because those characters are already there. Like right now, it's Golden Win as of right now, like on Toonami and everything, and there's half of Passion going on. But again, if you don't want it to be spoiled, I wouldn't recommend playing this game. If you don't care, then that's
Yeah, just pick it up. It's pretty fun.
yeah. So, but I had actually wanted to spend like most of the time talking about like what we wanted for the podcast. However, I feel like people can just look it up on Spotify and go through the episodes
Yeah.
and do it.
Oh, I don't know if we uploaded. Did we upload season 1 onto there? It's like all our episodes.
It's all episode. And I think the site automatically put up Spotify. Now, for anybody who actually here's season 1, up to season 2, that's my bad. I never actually set the microphone to the microphones we're using right now. I I thought it automatically did that. So that's all my bad. That's my B.
Yeah, we accidentally recorded through the
Laptop.
computer's
Yeah.
audio
So it was just
or the microphone.
yeah. So that was my bad. That's on me. That was an accident. Anyways, but the sorry, today's been weird. Chadwick. How do you pronounce his last name?
Oh yeah, Chadwick Boseman,
Chadwick.
known for playing T'Challa.
Saw Black Panther. Basically, he's had other movies, but that was just like one of the
That's
more.
his most recent
Yeah,
big role.
because like that role is super inspiring too. It's something that people
Yeah,
look up to and stuff. And well, unfortunately, he passed away,
yeah.
and that's
Cancer.
cancer. It's super unfortunate too, and it's just it piles on that a lot of people are making memes out of 2020 of it being like the worst of it and stuff. And although it's not funny to make a meme, it's still pretty a serious issue that this is as hard as things are for everybody. My dad lost his job. My brother-in-law lost his job. Things. People are. Everywhere losing their job. So, a lot of people can't find work and stuff, and it's hard it's hard everywhere. So I'm not saying poor us, poor us. No, that's just how it is everywhere.
Yeah, it's just life at the moment for
Yeah.
everyone.
So hopefully, things get a little bit better, a little bit. Again, we do apologize for the background noises. So if you're gonna hear some random people in the background, that's
Oh, you probably will. Yeah, most definitely.
that's on Robert. Robert likes to like chain people up in his rooms and stuff, so they're begging for help. No, I'm just kidding. No,
No,
I'm
don't
just
snitch
kidding.
on me.
No,
Stop.
I'm just kidding. No, unfortunately, again, under our circumstances. Hopefully, this is just one of those instances because we just got the mics today, and I kind of didn't want to wait any longer because we are still going to having Zoom classes and stuff. So we kind of
Yeah.
wanted to get something out there that already established what we were doing. So
Right.
Let's Plays will come a little bit later. Um,
In hopefully about a month or so
yeah, when I can get in my hands on a capture card.
on a capture card. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully things. I have actually already gotten a hang of OBS, so uh, not calling earlier when I spend the next 30 minutes trying to figure out how to work OBS.
And like you somehow like you brute forced it, so like you forced yourself to figure it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I didn't have a lot of time, and that's actually something I want to
Yeah.
talk about. So you had mentioned earlier that a lot of people are doing podcasts just because nobody had nothing else better to do. I'd like to say first that we
Yeah.
were already doing a podcast a year ago. It's just we didn't have enough of the stuff to do it yet.
Right. Yeah. It's funny because like before this year, everyone was ragging on podcasts, and they probably still do. But as soon as lockdown went into effect, like everyone and their mom was buying like microphones and like headsets and whatnot to start a podcast.
Yeah, speaking of moms, my friend Genevieve started a Twitch channel. So I would plug her Twitch if anybody does hear this, just because she's super cool and she made me a moderator. It's not like I wasn't complaining about her giving me a sword. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I want a sword? Come on, we've been friends for forever. No, but it's Luna Andra, all one word, Luna Andra. She just started streaming, so right now she has Resident Evil Code Veronica X on her her stream that she has going on. She's still new, so cut her some slack. However, I don't think anybody's
Yeah,
gonna. I don't think we're gonna get that many people out on the out on the bat. I mean,
on
we
this specific. Yeah,
yeah, because we still need to upload this episode. Which knowing my wife, I don't know how long that's gonna take to get up to YouTube.
actually, hopefully it wouldn't take that long because if you remember when we were doing the podcast, it was like way quicker to upload from home.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm looking at the outfits for the match that we had with the Haman match.
Yes.
Oh, it's so ugly. The outfits everybody was wearing. Sorry.
Uh,
Uh, but oh, okay. So Robert can't really see the gameplay. Robert's just pretty much talking through the Discord
yeah.
thing that he has. Only because for whatever reason, I think we dropped a few frames, and we also the mic would cut out a little bit. We did fix the problem, but just on the safe side for now, until I can
Yeah,
do.
we're just playing it safe.
Yeah, just for right now, we're just gonna. He won't be able to see it, and he was there for most of these ass whoopings.
Yeah, so I kind of remember them all, if not most of them.
So before we went on to like quarantine, I remember wanting to do a few episodes, which I haven't written down, which we will do. And the cool thing about it is that I can actually show off some gameplay, so I can show off how cool Yakuza is.
Don't you have a couple ideas that are super vague?
I
They're just
do.
like, hey, let's do this thing. It's like,
Yeah,
what thing?
yeah. So I sometimes I write stuff down and I don't remember half the stuff that I say. I know I made sure this time that they were full detail.
Right.
Yes. So and from then on, a lot of bad stuff has happened. Like a lot. There's a
Yeah.
hurricane on the Gulf that just fused into a mega hurricane or something like that,
Yeah, it's like the two hurricanes did like a fusion dance.
and it's devastating. And
Yeah, it's gonna get pretty bad.
and this what happened today and everything was just it's hard, and I don't want to be generic and cliche and saying it gets better, but you know it does. I mean, we're gonna get over this. This is not the first time a pandemic has hit us.
Yeah, there's the Black Plague.
Yeah, and there have been other stuff even before our time. It's just that I'm 26 years old. Robert's says he's
Since
24 years
when?
old. My birthday. You stole me that flash drawing.
I'm gonna get around to it. I'm gonna get around to it.
And so it was just this whole just thing because I was so happy to record, and it was fun recording at
Yeah.
the school. I really liked it too. We would just record, and I
Yeah, we
miss
had a routine set up already.
yeah, and I miss Blake too because we were recording episodes with her too.
Blake, if you listen to this, hi Blake.
I like. Also, it's almost your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, in case we forget.
Yeah, we won't forget. We say that, but we're gonna forget. But it was a certain rhythm that we had with it, and
Yeah.
I just really missed it, and I never realized how much I missed it when we were stuck here at home. And
Yeah.
I at some point, like 3 weeks into the quarantine, I stood outside and saw how empty the streets were.
Oh
Usually,
my god, yeah.
usually there were people around, like my house, just walking around doing their thing, people talking, but there was nobody.
Yeah. It was
And
weird.
yeah, and I remember thinking it was so because I remember you telling me, and I remember listening to the last episode we did, and I remember saying, "All right, when we come back, we'll talk about this, but we'll see you guys after spring break."
After spring break. Yeah.
And there was no after spring break. We never came back.
Yeah, it was weird because I remember we went on spring break and I was playing Persona 5 because that was like, the only way to get me to play it.
Yeah.
And um I was like halfway through the game and we got like an email being like it said something like spring break has been extended by 1 week. And I was like, okay, cool. Spring break, 1 extra week. And then we go back. We didn't go back.
Yeah, I remember you telling me spring break has been extended. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
It was either Saturday or Sunday. It was the
Yeah, so
weekend.
it was the end of the week.
So you messaged me, and I wasn't too sure if you were messing with me because you like to fuck with me.
I do. I will admit that.
And sure enough, we just didn't go back to school.
Yeah, because I had the email and like you're like, show me, and I screenshotted and I sent it to you, and you're like, okay,
So I ended up searching, doing my own research on it, and sure enough, yep, we didn't get to go back to school.
yeah,
And eventually, for the first month or so, it didn't really mean nothing to me and Robert. But
yeah, because like
it was
I don't
just
know, it was weird.
it was weird, and we didn't care as much. But the more bad stuff started happening, the more just it beat us down, and we
Yeah,
were
like the longer the weeks went on,
yeah,
and it turned to months.
and we started joking where I was like, I miss you, and we're like blah blah blah, right? But I actually do miss hanging out with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we never got to finish watching Una's Honest. We never got to watch the bad what was it, the one movie we were supposed to watch. We never got to fully watch the random Death Note movies for the anime ones, and we never got to
oh, I
finish stuff like that. We were supposed to watch movies together, and that was always my highlight, was that we would watch stuff in the office. I call it the office because that's what it felt
it
like.
was essentially an office.
So we would always
Oh,
record
we were
there.
gonna decorate the room too.
Oh, and you never got your black nail polish.
Yeah,
That's hopefully it's still there if we ever go back.
if not, I'll just buy a new one at some point.
It's just
Maybe
I don't know, because I'm assuming someone took it. I think Scarlett took it.
she better not have taken it.
She's like, she owes me the five something.
She owes me for buying the batteries for the sign,
Oh yeah,
our
get
recording
it.
sign.
Get over it. It's fine,
No, it was like $9.
dude. We're only 20 minutes in. I'm sweating like a lot.
I'm dying, and I don't sweat.
But we realized, far into the quarantine, that this wasn't the usual. Oh yeah, we had to stay at home. Well, we never went out and mingle with people. Anyways, there are points where like I miss talking to random people. I miss hanging out in the room. I miss all this and that, and I was just such, and I know that's me just being all, well, boo hoo, there are people dying, and that was the thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I actually was a little scared when I got sick.
That's right. You were like terribly sick for a while
So
before all this.
before all this happened, and before anything else, well, actually, I think there were people still sick, because there was that one lady who coughed on the bus, and I made that I was like,
Oh, that's right. We had like a little scare on the bus.
yeah. So I wasn't entirely too sure what would happen, and that there was also that one time I was coming back home, and there was a seat blocked off because some guy threw up all over it.
Right.
So I
Yes, I
thought nothing
remember
of it. However, when I was coming back through the next semester for school, I ended up getting a double ear infection that left me partially deaf in my right ear for a good
that.
portion
Yeah.
of time. And then a week later, I got ugly sick. And I just
Yeah.
thought it was the flu. And then my sister got sick as well. And she said that they tested it and it wasn't the flu. And I remember feeling like I was dying. Like I couldn't breathe. It felt like I
Couldn't
was
breathe. You had a horrible fever.
it felt like I was drowning in my own, I felt like I was drowning when I was coughing, and I felt like there was something in my lungs.
Like
But
you're drowning in mucus.
I was drowning of something, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And I couldn't breathe. I was honestly thinking, and honestly a little worried to go back to sleep,
Yeah.
because but how I usually things, I brute forced it and I just got through it.
You just chugged a bunch of like orange juice and Gatorade. I remember.
And I couldn't talk, so for a long
Yeah.
for if you go to listen to a couple of podcasts from like season 3, I think we had.
Your voice sounds pretty scratchy.
Yeah, and I was very low energy and stuff because I was just trying to get over it. I mean, obviously I'm done. I'm okay now, but
Yeah.
Barbara was like, I think you had coronavirus. I was like, no, shut up. Though.
Well, now that like it's been announced like it's a thing, and it has like a name, I'm like, yeah, you probably had it.
Which isn't a funny. It isn't something to laugh at. It's just something that was crazy that I didn't expect. To do it. And I'm not bragging that, oh, I brute forced it. No, I was like, holy crap! There could have been a possibility that I could have died.
Yeah, it's surprising that you actually got better. You and your sister, actually.
Yeah, And also didn't help that we almost died a month or a few months prior to that from that truck that almost ran that stuff. Like I stopped it with my gaze.
Yeah.
I also time stopped it and used my stand to push it a little bit forward.
Yeah, sure you did.
It didn't hit us, did it?
No, surprisingly not.
No, but in any case, the podcast was our only one little solace that we had,
Yeah.
where we get to record, we get to do our thing, and I really miss it. I miss the room.
I
More than
definitely
anything.
missed the room
It
slash
was,
office.
yeah, it was a cozy little space, but here we are. We're still trying to make it work, and I figured that in this time of anything, even the smallest amount of comfort, if we, my our mission is to try to provide as much comfort as we can for people. I want people to enjoy what we do, and I want people to just take a moment and take a break from the hardships that are going on outside, because there's still people working, there's still people going out there, there's still people doing their job and trying to provide for the family and stuff. And even then at 8 and at this time, even in like this is the most time, this is the more like you need to rest, you need to make sure that you don't work yourself to death.
Yeah.
And
So,
I I just we decided to take the podcast onto YouTube, and
yeah.
we just wanted to create a space or a place for people to just hang out, enjoy themselves, watch us make a fool of ourselves, watch us,
Yeah, we do that anyways.
we do that regardless if anybody else is watching. Might as well throw it up on YouTube. We do that a lot. But if
Yeah.
but for anything, it's strictly gonna be podcasts for the next few weeks or so.
Next few weeks to a month-ish.
Yeah, until I can get until I can save up enough money to get the capture card, and even then, it's gonna take another week before we can get it, just because the whole mail thing
Yeah,
is
the whole
being.
shipping and mail.
So who knows how long it'll take. And eventually, once we finally get an LP going, there have been some suggestions that we wanted to do. We wanted to do The Last of Us, just
Because it's
because
fairly fresh.
it's
The
fairly, yeah,
Last of Us 2.
and we wanted to do the series itself, like we wanted to
Just to give
do,
people like the whole story, and
yeah,
there's a
just
lot of jokes to be made there.
yeah, and there was Ghost of Tsushima that we wanted to do. I really wanted to play the Yakuza series, and I'm actually playing through Yakuza 0. I already know what happens, and I played through them multiple times, or I've watched them multiple times as well. So I want to get through Yakuza 0, just because it's a long and lengthy game that requires a lot of grinding and a lot of like off mission handling, especially cabaret and real estate.
Real estate,
Yeah,
yes.
so I want to get that all out of the way. I want to at least have the Dragon of Dojima style for Kiryu,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I'll do Manjima's. I hate cabaret. It's so boring.
It's funny because I was the opposite. I like actually doing the cabaret, and I hated doing real estate.
I don't
Just
know.
because real estate's just waiting around, waiting for your money.
Yeah, and it was just a pain in the ass to do it. And there are a bunch of missions out there, like there's stuff that you have to do. So I'm trying to make sure that all the stuff that we have, because I have every Yakuza game except for Dead Souls. But Dead Souls is a spinoff. But I really want to play Dead Souls.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get those games out there as well, but they are very long. I'm talking about the full completion for Yakuza, like to perfect it and everything, is 180 hours. That is
Like for what, Yakuza 0?
just for zero. Yakuza Zero is the longest game. Even now, full completion, it's the longest game.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to at least have and I know people are very finicky, like, oh, you didn't unlock the tiger drop, you didn't unlock the track, you didn't do this. I want to make sure that I at least unlock half of the skills, or at least most of the skills, so that people are not really complaining. But people complain anyways. People will find a reason to complain.
Yeah, but you'll at least have like a pretty good head start on it.
Yeah, and the thing is, so like some people find it as a problem. They'll make a problem. They'll make it not being a problem a problem.
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, this should be a problem. Why is this not a problem? Like, calm down. It's not a big a deal. Oh, you're saying it's not a big a deal? It's like, then now it's a big deal.
Yeah, they make a small thing into like such a big deal. I'm loaded out of proportions.
Yeah. So it's just, I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to deal with that. And you have to have a thick skin. So, and I'm used to
Yeah.
people making fun of my weight. And Robert's used to people.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like people make fun of your skin.
Yeah, my skin. I have vitiligo, a skin pigmentation that causes my skin to change into a. Well, most of my skin is brown, and the patches are white, just because my body doesn't make enough for like whatever the scientific reason is. Is just that's just how my body is.
It's pretty scientific. Don't want to get into it right now.
Just know I'm fat. My skin looks weird. Well, hopefully I shed a few pounds, because holy crap, it's hot.
And you have a white patch of hair like Dante in that one game we don't speak of.
No, I like to think I have a white patch of hair like Jason Todd and
Oh, that's
Gotham
you.
Knights.
Yes.
uh, but yeah. Oh, also we also wanted to do Batman too because Gotham Knights is coming out. A lot of
Oh, right.
people.
We could do.
We could do. Well, okay. So here's the thing.
We would like to do Gotham Knights
We would like to do Gotham
and
Knights,
Batman.
but we're not entirely too sure when it's coming out because they announced it for Suicide Squad, the game. Well, technically, the full title is Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, and it's only
And that comes out in like 2 years.
but it's only for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And we're not entirely too sure when Gotham Knights is gonna come out, and obviously we don't have money to be buying a PlayStation 5.
Not at the moment, at least.
So it's
Not anytime soon.
not anytime.
Really.
Well, I'm still trying to look for a part-time job, just cause. But
Right.
just the way things are right now is just a little iffy.
Right.
But I know this is probably hard on everybody. There are people out there who are so energetic and so, you know, full of like just going out and hanging out with people that it's so hard for them just to be in rooms. Which I would fully recommend you stay inside when need to and only go out if absolutely necessary and wear a fucking mask.
Yeah, please do wear over the nose.
Over
Please
the
wear your
nose.
mask over your nose.
Don't wear your mask underneath it. That defeats the purpose. That's the equivalent of wearing underwears with your dick hanging over the waistband. You just don't do it.
At least while you're around people.
Yeah, if you're at home, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
It's just that people are stupid. And
Yeah, it's humanity for
I saw
you.
someone on Twitter saying, "Look, the people who don't want to wear a mask, let them not wear masks, and just like at least let the dumb ones weed them out."
Well, that's not really how it works. Like they're affecting everyone else around them,
Yeah, that's what a lot of
not
people were
just
saying.
themselves.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. I was like, wait, but in any case, like even if there have been a few people like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask, and they end up getting sick, and they're like, oh crap. So essentially, don't be that one person who doesn't wear a mask.
Who takes the risk? Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
just
take the risk.
yeah, don't please. I'd like to be able to see my friend,
Yeah, the one Fred.
my one friend. Well,
Well, that's not true. We get Blake.
we have
Hi,
Blake.
Blake.
Hi, Blake. Sorry, I stole you money. I was potentially
To be
dying.
fair, yeah. To be fair, you actually needed that money at the moment.
I did save the money, and I was gonna give it to her, but she never showed up, and then I got terribly ill.
Yeah.
So there was that. So but I still want to try to give her something, maybe a little bit extra since it's her birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but I I hope we can get more episodes out. Obviously, we'll probably wait till tomorrow. I don't know if you want to do. I don't know when you want to do another episode. So we'll end up having to like. We also record a bunch of gameplay, and it'll be games that like this one. This is a fighting game, and it's just me and Robert beating the crap out of each other. So it won't be anything too
It
crazy.
won't be story driven stuff
Yeah, or and if
or
it's
too story heavy.
yeah, it'll be like if I play Yakuza, it'll probably just be showing off the
The fighting stuff and like the free roam and whatnot.
yeah, just a couple of the other like I was showing Robert today with Yakuza 4.
Yeah.
So, I I'm thinking about how we used to play games. How the original idea was to record with. I bought an Xbox 360 because we wanted to do retro games.
Yeah. You didn't have to buy it, but you did anyway.
Well, because I wanted us to play The Watchmen.
You could have gotten it for free.
Oh, shut up! I know I could have gotten it for free. I just need you to be quiet.
Okay, I'll shut up then. For the rest of the time, I'm gonna stay quiet.
You better not.
Blame Justin.
No, because we're at 34 minutes. We still need to keep recording. But I wanted us to play The Watchmen, and that was the original idea, was to play retro games and stuff. I mean, I still do. We need the capture card. And now that I figured out how to, get OBS to capture and get OBS to not lag on Discord. Sorry, I forgot what we were doing. I had essentially wanted. I fixed it, but just to be safe, we'll do it from there. And another game I wanted to get that I really wanted to show off is Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded.
Oh, I love Live and Reload. It's my favorite game. Hands down, like my number one favorite. No, my second favorite game.
It's
Sorry.
backwards compatible on the 360. And
Yeah,
I think I can find it for cheap. I think it's like $30 if I can find it. I played the N64 one. So
I actually played the original, not the original, but like the one on Xbox, like the original Xbox.
yeah, that's Live and
Yeah,
Reloaded.
yeah, I played that one
Yeah, Live and
and I
Reloaded.
loved it.
I think Live and Reloaded is just a retelling or like a like vamped version of
Yeah,
it.
it's like a remaster basically.
So we wanted to do that. Conker's was my favorite as a kid and
I don't
stuff.
think you should have been playing it as a child, but sure.
My grandpa gave it to me, so you mind your business.
All right then.
Besides, it was like early 2000s
Yeah,
when I was playing it. I think we're a little. I think the laws of handing out games were a little bit more relaxed.
yeah, a
Actually,
little more
no,
lenient.
they were not lenient. They were very very hard on the games. We actually did an episode on it. On like
Right,
we did it. It was
I
just
remember.
which again you can see on Spotify at the Babble Bros. Uh,
Yeah,
but we're going to be doing let's plays, so we don't really have a coherent thing how we were gonna play. And the first game we were gonna play changed like 4 times.
it did.
So
Honestly, well,
I wanted to do The Last of Us and Last of Us Part Two, but I also wanted to do Batman. I always wanted to do like a bunch of other games. I don't know what game we wanted to start with first, just because we can't really buy the new games. And the plan was to try to buy the Avengers,
right.
but
Which does come out like super soon.
I don't know if I can get my hands on the Avengers. You probably can, but you don't have a capture card either.
Yeah, and I won't be able to get one for a while.
So hopefully by then we have it situated. If it's whatever game it is, I think it had to be a game that people like. We do want to do like retro games. Now, when people think retro, I think now I think now is a good time to start like we'll call it retro, but we'll call it back in the day kind of style games where we play old Xbox 360 games as well as playing the
Yeah.
PlayStation games. And a few of those PS2 games also made it on. Like I also want to play the Warriors.
I just discovered it's super fun. I never played it back in the day.
Yeah, it's based off a movie of the same name, and it's really fun. Me and Robert had a lot of fun playing it.
It is so much fun.
We do want to run through some Goat Simulator. You'll see some episodes in the podcast of it.
Yeah.
So there's that, but that's just us just like messing around some of the other stuff. And Goat Simulator doesn't really have like a story per se, but it just has like a bunch of like other things that you can mess around with.
Fun, like sandbox style game.
Yeah, and I wanted to run through the JoJo story mode because this game has a story mode as well.
And
This is
it is
just
super long.
yeah, this is just a versus mode. So and this actually covers the bases of all the the manga and the stuff that or stuff hasn't even been in the shows yet.
Yeah, the different story arcs.
Yeah, because as of right now, you have Phantom Blood, Battle Tendencies, Stardust Crusaders, Diamond Unbreakable, and Vento Aurora, or if you want to call it Golden Wind. That's up to right now. So that's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Part 6 is Stone Ocean.
Which hasn't been animated yet.
It has not been animated yet, so you might see some spoilers because the manga already ended.
Yeah.
The manga, you can read up on the whole manga. Like you don't have to wait for the animation. Like because I think the animation is behind on the thing. Because I think we're on JoJolian.
Yes, in the manga.
Yeah. So we have Steel Ball Run, which is placed in an alternate universe where I think I actually right now I think you saw earlier. I think in this scene right now, I think what you're looking at right now, I'm playing as Jonathan and William Zeppeli.
Right.
So Jonathan Joestar and William Zeppeli. That's in Steel Ball Run, it's Johnny Joestar and Gyro Zeppeli. They're basically instead of Hammond, they have stands as well. Stands became very popular.
Yeah. After what? Part 3? Or by part 3?
By part 3, because it was Phantom Blood and Battle Tennessee, they were still using Hammond.
Yeah, which is basically chi.
So there was that. We do want to play through a lot of those games. I actually thought about playing Infamous Second Son and First Light, just because those were launch titles on the PS4.
Right, yeah. Be a fun little throwback.
Yeah, so that would be pretty cool too. We do want to do a couple games on 360, PS3 as well. But the thing is, I don't have a PS3, so I'd probably have to still get my hands on some.
Yeah.
Hopefully one that works, and we could play a bunch of other games. Like we could play Infamous 2. You know, also Festival of Blood. Although you can get those on PlayStation now. However, my Wi-Fi isn't the most reliable.
For some reason, my brain checked out and thought you were gonna say my wife. I was like, "You're not married."
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that I'm lonely.
Yeah.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
reminding me of the days that I stare at the ceiling wondering what it'd like to finally be somebody. It's okay. No, but yeah, so I do want to have this podcast. I mean, who knows? This probably. I hope this doesn't flop. I hope it won't.
Great way to bring the positivity.
I have faith. If that makes it any better. Your
Yeah,
faith means nothing.
See, my negativity counters your faith. It brings out the balance.
So, man, my shirt's wet. I have to change my shirt after this.
You probably ew.
I'm sweaty, man. Shit, I'm gonna take a shower then, if anything. But the 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 point I'm trying to make is that I like this to be a place to where people can hang out, and hopefully we do, and hopefully I can get the whole first game thing we play situated.
Yeah.
If
We'll
not,
figure out what it'll be.
yeah, because essentially if you're wondering how I got this footage, I actually just recorded off the PS4 and ported it to my laptop, so I have it playing in OBS. So, and that wouldn't be a problem. And a lot of people would just be like, "Oh, you can, without a capture card." Yeah, but first of all, my Wi-Fi is dookie. Second of all, most people in my house use the Wi-Fi, and I'm not the only one here. And third of all, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. No, well, for some games,
No, with the yeah, go on.
for some games, the PlayStation immediately stops doing share play when you enter a block cutscene for
Which is
spoiler
normally
reasons.
like the ending.
Yeah. So for normal reasons, it stops recording. So if I could theoretically do it, however, you won't see the endings for some of the games. Like Fist of the North Star is another game that I wanted to play as
Yeah, we
well.
tested that out. It didn't work so
I know
well.
you didn't see none. You missed out.
Yeah, and it's a long ending apparently.
So, we wanted to do that as well. We're basically just going through games in our libraries.
Yeah.
So, I want to get other games, and cause the reason why I'm going a lot is I'm trying to think. Like my mind's going a million miles an hour of games that we can play. And stuff.
Right.
Like the recent game we got is The Forest. So,
Right.
we'll
Okay.
do
I was
that.
like, what was it?
I also
And I
want
forgot I literally bought it today.
Yeah, I want to get House Flipper as well,
Yeah.
just for games that we can record. But I don't know. Would people even care what kind of games we play as long as we were playing something? Are people looking for the new, or do people want to watch the old? That's the thing.
I don't know.
Right, and that's the story of how I became a giant pizza. Were you even listening to me? But I don't know. Because we have a bunch of games that we can play through. Obviously, we can do a blind playthrough of Death Stranding. Just because I have
Oh
it.
yeah, it's right. You
I
don't know
have
the
it.
story yet.
Yeah, I haven't played it, and you want to go through it again because the game's been out for a while.
Yeah, and I personally enjoy it.
We can play Spider-Man as well. I
Bodeman.
see the problem with this is that we'll be late to the curve. Like all those games are already out there. All those games are already,
Yeah, they've been out for a while.
Yeah, so it's just maybe we'll start with Fist of the North Star, just because it's still just an obscure game that I feel like people should play. Also, that is complete bullshit. I'm watching it right now. There's no way you should have hit me. You were powering out to do Requiem. There was no way you could have hit me with that super.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it you
It's
suck.
it's your Giorno and Bruno Chetti, and I'm Dio and Father Gucci.
Right.
And this
What'd
bullshit.
you call me?
You heard me. Also, I just fell out. I jumped down. I jumped off the roof.
Oh, is that the one where I was like, oh, I got the key to the turtle?
No, that wasn't that one yet. It was
Oh, okay.
we were fighting on the rooftops.
Oh, that's right. I kept falling.
Yeah. Uh, it's just I don't know. I got angry again. So when I was trying to go through some games, I was really confused because I didn't want to be those people who, like we were like late to the curve and we're just playing whatever. But then I thought,
Yeah,
who cares?
yeah. I mean, we're personally kind of just doing this for our own enjoyment at the moment.
Yeah, and we'll eventually try to keep up with the curve. It's just right now it's a matter of not having any money.
Yeah, it's a financial issue at the moment.
So,
Kind of like everyone else.
but I guess if anything, we could probably start with Fist of the North Star. Not
Lego Star Wars.
a lot of people don't know about the Fist of the North Star games, and that could be a good intro to some of the Yakuza games because it plays a lot like the
We won't
Yakuza.
start with Lego Star Wars, and
We will start with Lego Star Wars when we can, although I think it might be a copyright issue.
no, it's fine. We'll get around it.
There's a copyright music, and I don't
It's
have any. There's
fine.
also video editing software that I need.
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have.
Like this is gonna go unedited, and right that's why we're under these conditions right now because we're trying to get the best audio that we can.
Yeah,
So
and it's not gonna be very
we
good.
have the advantage of having a clip from the PS4 that automatically runs at the what is it 1080p or 720p?
I don't know. It's one of the two.
It's something.
It's
So
good enough.
I don't know how it's gonna look when we upload it to YouTube, but
It's
you
like
know,
360p.
shut up. That's not funny. But we eventually we'll get to the Yakuza series. That won't be a little bit till a little bit later. We could probably get away with doing Fist of the North Star and Judgment
Yeah.
just because they're spin-offs. But if anything, we will play. Well, here's how we do the Yakuza series. We'll do Zero, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, Yakuza 3, 4, and then we'll do Dead Souls if I can get my hands on a copy of it, and the PlayStation 3 by then, which hopefully by then we do have one. And then we'll do 6, and then I'll get my hands on Like a Dragon.
Wait, so we're skipping 5?
No,
You didn't say 5.
Oh, 5. I mean 5 is obviously 5. Okay, yeah. Then so then 5, then 6.
Yeah, and yeah,
Sorry,
that works. And then like a dragon.
yeah, and then Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon changes up the combat, but it's a Yakuza game. I'm already in love with it. I don't care.
It's Yakuza mixed with Persona.
So, and that is the kind of the message that I want to leave because I think I'm looking at the footage right now, and I'm thinking we're gonna play the round where the internet cut out and we stopped playing. So
It gets kind of dookie at the end.
yeah. So I think we have about 52 minutes of it. We'll probably cut it at
Yeah.
50 just because. But and also if you see a bit of a black bar in the beginning or you see a kind of a stutter, it's because I'm new at this and I completely forgot that you need at least a few more seconds of wait time to get it, going before you start recording. Obviously with the other footage it'll be different, but the takeaway from all this is that we love you.
Yeah. I didn't hear you, but I agree.
No. It's like that one Patrick meme where he's like, "I love you." No, we understand you. We as nerds and as people who've been made fun of for liking for what they like and all that stuff. I know that's cliche and everything, but we like what we like, and it's a lot of fun when you meet people who you can be passionate with about. What's not fun is gatekeeping, being toxic, and being an all around asshole. When it comes to it, that pushes people away. That's not cool. How are you supposed to make friends if you're a dickhead half the time? Don't answer that, Robert. I know we're friends.
I don't know how I managed to do it, but it happened.
I talked to you first.
That's true.
And I don't know if you know this, but being an adult, it's hard to make friends.
Yes, very hard.
So we eventually want to be that channel to where you can come hang out. It's like come hanging out with your friends. You come, take a load off, watch us make a fool of ourselves, and leave behind all the toxicity. That is the place that we want to make, where you can go, say hi to people, and have it be a friendly environment. Take a load off, take an hour to just gather yourself, and cool your jets, recharge your batteries, and then go back out into the world. Even now more than ever, it's hard out there and a lot of bad shit's happening. So I think we can take a time to, just be nerds and hang out. Also, if you want to be a gatekeeping asshole nerd, I got 2 katanas with your name on it.
Some works.
And a lightsaber hilt.
It hurts. Trust me.
And a Mega Buster. That hurts.
Definitely
that
hurts.
definitely hurts. I accidentally hit my head against it.
Yeah.
So
I bonked myself on the head with it.
So we have reached the end of the recording. Or we reached the end of it, and we'll possibly be uploading another episode tomorrow, depending how early or how long we sleep. Just because the schedule's a little weird, and also it might be spotty during the week because we do have classes.
Yeah.
So it's just
this might just be like a weekend type thing.
Probably not. I think we can get away with some episodes because my classes are very lenient.
Okay.
So
I mean, I have my class is pretty long on Monday, but that's about it.
Yeah, and also I think we can record more gameplay on the weekend too.
Okay.
And we'll have a bunch of episodes ready for that podcast. But right now it's just gonna be the PlayCast. Actually, it's gonna be just us, whatever game we're playing and us, whatever we're talking about. Tomorrow's episode will be letting people know about gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Robert wants to rant about it. Robert's gonna get his dissertation. He's gonna get all his stuff ready, so he can
have a PowerPoint presentation for everyone.
so we can get it ready, and even talk about how gatekeeping makes you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that.
Douche nozzle.
However, in case you didn't catch it before, I'm Justin.
And I love you.
Yeah, you said it. Haha.
No, not you. I meant like whoever's listening to this.
Well, I'm embarrassed and devastated. And we'll see you next mission. Next mission.
Okay. Good night. I nap now.
Oh yeah, it's very late. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.